take the L on it. So I think we've got definitely a potential for that 1-1 scoreline here. And well, headed into that pistol round. One side obviously on Furlan and all the T side apparently headed towards that B-bomb side very quickly. The CT's got a nice little setup in connector, 3-man stack there, one player on that B-bomb side itself, and headed very quickly towards that site itself. Flashbangs there, Dima holding it from that hell position, but immediately removed by Lehman. DGL in connector there to catch off that rotation as that CT side. Trying to come in from that region. The bomb goes down in that smoke. Saltzvik got to try and do whatever he can, but immediately taken down by Lehman again, who's doubled up apparently there, and now finding all 3 frags in the round so far. Groovy in heaven. Got to be careful of that timing as one player coming above him, but there's Dexter taking him down. Finnegan coming in from short next. Dexter still there now. Finnegan has that timing, has the chance to take down one more, and Lehman has to deliver the ace here, the 1-on-2. As the bomb is planted, it has been taken for quite a while now. Cannot afford to fail these shots, but the USP fails him at least in the beginning. We now has been forced off the bomb planter, has been off it, and now going for the spam. He's going to hit the 8, and Lehman has to round the 8 to complete it.
Wow, alright, way to jump straight on into this. Lehman leading the way with the post-plant ace, being the only man alive in a 1 versus 2. That's a way to kick things off. And even though it was, well, only up to a single player, it was still very well played by Espada, because they had 3 players in connector from the get-go. They were ready for any type of rotation. They were able to rotate very, very quickly. And answer as quickly as possible. I'm a firm believer in the fact that if you have good con control as a CT, you basically are set up for a dominant CT side. I'm not seeing that from Espada at the moment, considering that they don't have really too much to fall back on for the moment. But anything's still up in the air. We've only watched a round, and now with the Force Spy coming in from CT side up against a couple AKs and Galils, everything is kind of still up in the air.
Yeah,
AGO.
We see AGO currently up long, and it's only down to that timing as they start to enter. Dexter with a scout has spotted one of the players there. Apparently AGO got to be taking their time still. Waiting for this. There's that jump spot. Now the T side surely going to be going for this any second. Now I say that, but they still keep stalling. But, nice shot there. Patsy taking out the first man. Looking for the next one. And whoa! Oh, what a drive-by. Taking down Lehman. And now could be on for another one. The tag comes in, but EGL is there to trade. And finally, that T-side make the move here towards that A-side. The scout from Dexter finds a tag, but Groovy gets the better of him. Rotates are coming in, and the 3-on-3 is here. Saltvik, that nade. That could be big as the T-side. Look at how low these players are, but Dima, he's coming in from that bank position, going to try and spam in the smoke. The nade's not there, but Dima with the frag through the smoke, taking down Groovy on this round. This is absolute and utter chaos so far. As we look for that next player to walk in to the crosshairs of one of these players waiting. There's one for the AK of that T-side, now down to 5 HP, but DGL still alive. He's got 2 already. And Saltvik, he's all alone on a truck, looking to find one of these players, looking to take out them down. Furlan will be baiting his teammate, waiting for something, but out with the Desert Eagle comes around the corner, takes one, looking for the next one, and Saltvik, he exactly knows the position of him, but Furlan gets the better of him. As AGO.
Yeah, not going for the defuse there. He didn't have the kit, but it was planted for him. There's potential for a different outcome, but he decided to go for the charge. Did not work out in his favor in the end of it. And well, that is 2 in a row for AGO. These have been costly rounds, only keeping 1 player alive for these last 2. Does not really set you up for a large economy to begin with. Definitely the rounds on the board. That's the fine line here. Fiku, wow, he's already up towards that B-bomb site.
Well, someone's got his running shoes on. As now, it's a very swift round right now. Leaving it. Again, finding a few frags towards connector this time, and there should be no trouble closing this one out. But now watch me say that, and immediately something changed here immediately. But now out towards that B side, there's going to be one Saltvik going down, and the final man will be Dima waiting on short. And now as he swings, will get taken down, and that's a better round there finally. All 5 surviving. That kind of makes up for the lack of players surviving on the previous 2 rounds, if you want to go ahead and say that. Yeah.
especially because you have four AKs and even a MAC-10. The MAC-10 you can still like utilize very effectively towards most parts of this map. Maybe a little bit more difficult towards that B bomb site if you're running out through Monster, but towards on A, especially near bathrooms and connector, that thing is so deadly. And well, with the full buy now coming in for a side of Espada, last map was very dominated by streaks. I think like XCOM started off with a 6-0 before Espada got there first, and well, looking to start off a little bit earlier than that this time. Spatsy does find his first victim, going over towards B.
Yeah, headed out. There's one frag for them for the MAC-10. It definitely worth its value in that one. Assault Vic is still on the bomb side, hiding, and now has managed to get a few frags. And Dexter with the final one. A quick round, was quicker than I expected coming out. CT side defending that B bomb side very well, valiantly. Hold on. And just like that.
Yeah. Things do move very aggressively. It's a little bit of a attempt at least stalling the connector players at the beginning. They're not really working out in their favor. XCOM, they still have enough money nonetheless to force up whatever they want. Hopping out on DGL. And they're going a little bit too deep, but still not exactly the worst case scenario just yet.
Yeah, and it's you connector. Lehman, so far, so good and leading the charge now. Has been spotted and looking for the frag. The flashback is worth it from the CT side, but Passy does decide to just fall back instead, not wanting to commit to that sort of a fight. Even with the flashbang and... Well, AGO, they've already started things off quite well here. I do want to say 3-1. I mean, they lost the last round, obviously. Not the greatest of starts to the gun rounds itself, but still, we'll give them a bit of confidence headed into this one. The CT is currently got a bit of a boost going on towards that B side, and that could just be their downfall. Looking at this, they're coming from Monster, the T side. How will they fare off against this weird boost in the middle of the side? And well, apparently, Furman takes down both of them. The spray comes in and remove CTs from that B bomb side. With that, it's a 5-on-3, and the B bomb side should be all for the taking of them. And yeah, you can see the CT side on the minimap just running away from this area of the map, not wanting to do anything with this.
It's a very effective way of taking care of said boost. I mean, just spray them down.
That would do it.
Possibly the most effective, some would argue. Not even a flashbang in. He just straight up just dry peeked and just held down mouse 1 in a good time. Espada, they're going to be saving over whatever they can from this. They don't have kits. They have a limited amount of utility, so retake is really out of the world, out of the picture. And XCOM, or AGO, that's a very successful full buy round. You're not going to be going for the hunt just yet, considering the fact that you almost have no money to speak of, but keeping all 5 players alive and extremely healthy, that round possibly couldn't even gone better. If they would have found those last 3 kills, that would have been the best round for them throughout basically all the maps that have been played so far.
Yeah, absolutely right about that one. Now we do go into our next one here as AGO. That 4th one, it does give you a bit of hope for them in this map. Obviously, the Espada pick as well, so you would assume they get at least a few more rounds here. Very young still, so things definitely can turn around with the spy that they have, especially. Well, I do want to see what can it be done here. Is that Molotov now to clear out a bit of connector? No one there in the first angle. The second molly, I like to see that. Big start, don't think he'll be affected by it. Can just survive there. The flashbang comes in, and now going for that swing. There's the op on top of the shelves, finds one and the second. Dropping down, saying hello to Lehman, and now DGL in mid. He's there to trade, finds one. Knows op is still around the corner in connector, and now has put him out in the open. The shots missed from both players. Trying to go for that next one. Unable to connect on that one either, but Demon out. One frag towards that B side, and well, DGL is basically on him here to find that opening frag in this round.
It's a difficult situation. The moment that you're spotted, you know those rotations are going to be coming on through. 2-on-4, not undoable, but you have to get these first opening duels in your favor. And well, Softic, he's just revealed the game plan, and with that, the rotations are going to be coming in as fast as possible, with all the utilities to delay them as much as they can. And that Molotov, that will just basically seal off the round. That's basically the entire round already gone in flames. And Dexter here just to put a couple of bullets in just to make it painless. If Espada are really cruel here, they would just wait until the time ran out, but I don't think they have that luxury at the moment. Ooh, Dexter.
He just runs through the smoke and jumps with the AWP. If that doesn't show confidence, I don't know what will here. He's trying to take the initiative, and well, that one definitely has done so. But again, T-side, it looks like they've got more than enough money to go for that buy.
Well, considering like everything, I don't know what to consider, to be honest, because currently the game, this entire map has been going very back and forth. This is Espada's map pick, so you would imagine them to put up a little bit more of a show on their CT side, but maybe it's just to come. We've only been watching for a couple of rounds, and Groovy, oh, Ferlin actually, he's able to get the first one, but Dexter, quick trade, quick fall back, just a equalizer. He'll just fade back in towards the shadows. Ferlin here to make a little bit of a fake, it seems, so staying alive, but Softic will take him down in the end. Now a 3-on-4 with AGO. Try their luck towards B while all this has been going down.
Yeah, D-side now with a minute left. Head towards that B also what a nade coming in, more utility from the CT side, and that's the second one. It's been 2 nades. That's everything that's done all the damage towards that T-side here. And look at that, even a third one. And Dexter through the smoke, finding another man. Taking it down the T-side at 1 player at a time, and it just left it all onto leaving it 1-on-4 with 26 HP on him. Will not like his chances in this one. Surely has to just give it this one up. And
yeah, just save the AK, save your armor. I mean, the following buy is going to be a little bit of a question mark. I mean, don't really have too much to go on in terms of their economy. A lot of the players are just on $0. Fico's on 50, so might be able to get like a decent family meal, but not much more than that.
Yeah, even saves the AK there in the end, as he's able to survive in connector. But something to look at here, Dexter. Now he's starting to show up already. Something we missed on the first map, going 9-3 to start this map here. Good to see that. They're more comfortable on their own map pick, perhaps.
I mean, you wouldn't imagine like Mirage being an uncomfortable map for anyone, to be honest. So yeah, it's a little bit weird that they that he, you know, played as quietly as he did back then. But we're in the now. Potentially also in the no. Finnegan looking for a little bit of action, and wow, he just took out the man with the armor and the AK. AK is salvaged, but that's definitely a risky play that works out fantastically. He barely took any damage, and he managed to fall back as quickly as possible. It's definitely an opportunity for Espada here to equalize, set themselves up for a little bit more success. Oh, wow.
Another frag for Dexter. Looking for the next one here, that T-side. Yeah, for some damage, a bit of spray from Ferlin, not connecting onto anyone as T-side. They've basically got nothing to give in this round, is like besides maybe collect another weapon for them. I mean, I'm still a bit unsure about that one as well, as would probably most people. Still, they've got the AK to do a bit of damage. Can at least try and attempt to go for a trade here. As you can see, DGL is the man going up front. There's a teammate following him in this one.
Spider playing this very passively. Really going for any immediate peaks just yet. That's a nade in the hands of Softic. A bit of a dangerous sight to see, and well, I will touchdown, baby. I dealt so much damage, and now Ferlin's up for the slaughter as well. There's nothing they can do about it. A flawless round from Espada. And most kills, once again, going towards utility damage. Impressive stuff. All of this so far. As Espada has just swung back when it matters most. When they have the guns in their hand, they are so far almost undefeated, I think. They forfeited 1 round, but they took 4 away. That is a very, very strong start. A very strong sign as well. Starting off on that CT side. XCOM, or AGO, trying to go with a little bit more of a B focus this time around, but Espada has definitely capitalized on the empty grounds.
Went for a bit of a triple nade there. Unfortunately, no one catching it. Would have been something nice to see there, but I like the push from Patsy. He has so much information here. The only thing they have to worry about is connecting. I'm pretty sure Dexter's got that area as well handled. But now the T side, with a minute 10 seconds left on the clock, and I like that angle. Now,
Late boost.
yeah, getting ready to go towards that B side. Oh, the flashbang, they're going to peek with it. That's big. And now look at that. There's 2 players blind on the other side, finding the first one. Now the second one. Are they going to find him? Are they going to find that T side as they start entering? The flashbang is there. Look at the next frag here. T side. One more going down here. The flashbang's coming in, but DGL, what a shot coming out. And the second one from Groovy. And a 3-on-3 on the B bomb side now as the smoke's going down. Assaultfik has to defend that B bomb side barely with any HP. Half of his taken away. Dexter from heaven coming in to try and support his teammate. The spot across has been spotted. Looking for the man just jiggling around the pillar. Not giving anything just yet. The bomb has to go down with it. Assaultfik finding one, and DGL immediately trading. CT side of their dreams of a round now all on the backs of Dexter. Very quickly made his way towards that bomb side. Has that Kitty and smoke, but the T side, they have it so quickly rotated away from this. The deep smoke, or maybe not as deep as I thought, but now jumping on the railing, finding one. Leaving it alone on short, he's got to tap it again. And now has to do that, stick that out. Still look at the flashbang. He's got a bit of time to play with here, but now how do we get the time back? Looking for the frag. He's got him in Dexter. 1-on-2, but does he have the time? Stuck that defense and now sticking it. And barely. He's got him. It's a 1-on-2.
Espada, they're going to keep on going with all this. This is some very, very powerful stuff. 4 rounds in a row when the gun rounds have finally come in towards effect. And well, hats off to Dexter there, clutching that one out. Well, actually, with the stats he's currently performing at, you'd kind of be scared to even go near him if you're AGO. And well, they're not going to go near him at all. They're going down towards short as fast as possible. A lot of MAC-10s, a lot of rushy weapons, so say.
They start to go in. Dima immediately with the first one to T side. They've traded back, and Assaultfik, he's gone ahead and gotten himself a double there. Now Dima is hiding in the smoke, waiting a lone man on the B-bomb side there. That's the T side. Oh, they're going to plant it right in front of him. He's going to walk out of the smoke and into the waiting arms of Groovy. He's ready for him somehow. Now it's again a retake. This time the double ops looking for these plays. An M4 and 69 on these men. Well, this Dexter finding the first man. He mentioned no one wants to be around him, and that's why he finds that first frag. Now looking for that next one. Molly onto Monster, and don't have to worry about that for a second or so. Now tapping that bomb. Groovy going for the stamina to find the first play. A bit of a connection comes in, but the frag has to reload his weapon while the bomb is already being deep. It's got to be the round over. Espada get themselves 6 and even through the smoke, thinning and just removing Ruby out of the very end. Well, the 6th for Espada retake so far towards that B side. The last 2 fairly well.
Yeah, it's not exactly the worst case scenario if you're well, it is kind of, because you got close but not fully able. But you do get the bomb planting money, which is a very, very nice bonus throughout all of this. But you still want to convert those rounds, still want to be able to make some use out of it, even though it was technically a half bite. And also Hail Mary, able to work it out. But winnable rounds, they have been presented themselves, just AGO haven't been able to close them out. The clutches coming in for double ops and such, really not helping your case either.
No, it really is an overpass. A very good map for those AWPs and to find those entries, especially on the CT side for the AWPs. So, goes to show there's a lot of variety you can do, like the normal mid peak. Just go for. You can also go for a long aggression, have like a player trade. You can go for all out mid, like 1 or 2 plays in mid itself, fight for one coming in from long. You can even send an AWP towards short, like on the B bomb side if you really want to. Connector exists. There's a straight line towards the T-spawn-ish area of connector, and you can also boost. Also, like there's a lot of things you can do with the ops that allow for early peaks. But we'll see if Spot ever go for any of those. I would like to see them. I don't
On
know
the
about
CT
you.
side
Those
of
gimmicks.
Overpass, you have so much access to like take map control. And if AGO are not like standing up against that, or if any T side is not standing up against that, you are facing a risk of, well, you know, you might just get flanked. They always know where you are. They seem to be prepared 100% of the time, and it seems like Espada, once again, using this aggression in their favor. Patsy already here, out towards the playground, and well, he actually loses that duel, which is the surprising part.
Yeah, the T side starting off with a 2-man advantage very quickly in this one. And look at how passive they still are all around the map. The bomb is T-spawn, and well, they've got 2 players right around the corner as well. As Fiku holds Monster, waiting for anything else. I like the angle. His head, I think, is barely visible right above it, but he's definitely got to have the advantage in that fight. No matter how big of a right-eye peek you go for. It's going to be an advantage for Fiku. But now the T side, with a minute left on the clock, start to head towards that B bomb side will be ready. But will the CTs be is the question here.
It's a good rotation from Espada. They know they have their gambling 2 players on this stack, and if Dima can hold on towards all this, can have quite a bit of fun. Although he just running straight towards Ferd, and that's basically the round already done. Softic, 1 on 5, as far away as can be. Really nothing you can do to get back in towards this game. And now, well, he's trying to hold on towards the AWP. That's a solid site take from AGO.
Yeah, it will be the round over just like that. Like you mentioned, a solid side take. As it's so difficult trying to hold on to the AWP. He has it here in his hands. And well, Furlan approaching him around the corner and in towards that playground's position. Slotvik does hear him, but he's going to hard check him. No, he's going to not going to clear that playground's area. So, yup, might be able to survive. I say might be an scope didn't see spawn, but no, missed a shot. And the leg comes out instead. Kind of a dangerous game he's playing there, but will survive the AWP in the end. That's AGO. They get themselves to round number 5 and put an end to the streak of rounds that is what I have found here on the CT side, obviously.
Now, with the Espada streak not exactly over yet, they still have quite a lot of money to, or they had quite a lot of money to play around with, and they're investing all of it right now. And if that means if they do forfeit this round, or at least end up not closing it out in their favor, it could spell disaster. But AGO, they are running straight in towards them with quite a lot of aggression. Patsy, he already gets Fiku. And Sotfik looking for a little bit more as well, and there's still 2 players basically everywhere, but AGO making a lot of good work out of this. Dima and Sotfik.
This is frag after frag here for that. Or for both of these teams. That nade is huge! Oh, Finnegan! A tactical nuke ordered in from the heavens above. Takes down to both the players, and well, what a frag it has been there. Well, this time literally a frag grenade coming in to get a spot out round number 7, and well, this first half again is very close, same as that overpass side, or overpass Inferno we saw on the first map there. Now CT's going for the double up setup. Finnegan has his, and now, well, I mentioned this earlier on, you can send that up towards that short area, and he's going to be doing exactly that with the T side. Not going to be sending anyone there just yet. Instead, focusing a bit more on connector and mid instead. Only a single man working towards that B side. Everin, oh, Fiku seems there's some kind of idea, but don't walk out too far. Otherwise, it is that AWP waiting on the other side. Oh, the one-way connector. Patsy finds himself that opening. And well, that's what the T side love to see here. Now, Finnegan finally finds something with the up here towards that B side. connector, I should say, but now Fiku has been given that timing. Will it work out? As well.
AGO. Playing a little bit of a dangerous game. They don't have the bomb in possession. They don't exactly know where or what positions are safe. With a minute left on the clock at this point as well. Gonna have to be playing really careful. DG out, looking for the first duel, and well, Peak does favor him, does take down Finnegan. Potential to close or to gain another round on the tally. They have to go very rapidly, and if they go towards on connector, that's perfect for Patsy. Not going to be the case, however. Dexter is instead going to have to be the one showing off, and well, he does get the first tag. Looking for more, not going to be able to, as DGL connects that shot. But meanwhile, the flank has come into position.
And the nade going out. Groovy, the 1-on-2 here. Try and hang on for the round here. As he has the CT side of players come at it, but the position unexpected on the first one. Second one has a spotting on Patsy. The Molotov has been thrown. He suspects he might have gone forward, but is he ready? As Groovy swings, he finds the frag. And XCOM. Again, they steal another one with the 1-on-2 there from Groovy. Insane round coming out from him. Good positioning. In the round, but yeah. CT side.
Not really looking to not really looking too hot on their economy right now. Dexter is got himself a deagle, but only has $900 left in the bank. I'm guessing they're looking for like a half buy, but you're not really going to be able to get too much out of. Oh, huh?
Passes through the smoke domes, Fiku. What is that?
I don't think he's not going to be feeling too good about that either.
Oh, damn.
Oh, it's timing as well. It was about to get real dangerous for Furlan, but does it end up, you know, scooting along, still staying alive? This could be everything that Patsy's looking for, but in the meantime, Lemony will be taking him out. It's all to Finnegan. USPS, do you believe?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really believe the USPs as great of weapons as they are. They are just $200, but still looking for some damage. Groovy does turn around in time, and well, with that, it's basically the round over. Just Salt Fake alone, and well, dealt with immediately. Not even a chance in that one again. As AGO, they tie things up. 7 rounds to the T side is way better than I expected from them. They they have potential to close things out here 2-0, but I think it is like when you start things off here, that T side, you have a chance like you're not gonna they've played what twice here, so Espada they're not gonna have too much chance to like counter or like counter strat them or whatever. So this T side, I guess you can kind of excuse it that way, or you can just say this is XCOM being or AGO being that much better. Whatever you prefer. I prefer the first one myself.
It's not really too much to go on when this entire lineup for the last 3 months literally only has 2 confirmed matches on it. Probably a lot of scrims, a lot of practice runs, but for now, this is all the information that we have about it. Espada, they are in a difficult situation in terms of their weaponry. They, of course, have the op on Dexter and Patsy, the one with the M4. No FAMAS, or no kits, that's what I meant to say, on the defense as well. So, and also a little bit of a issue in terms of either connectivity or something else happening. A little bit of a technical timeout. Yeah. Overall, like you said, AGO, they have been very surprising throughout all of this.
Yeah, they definitely have. Like you mentioned there. Now, okay, we've got everyone back on the server. Round reloaded. And getting into what is the final round of this first half here in AGO. They've got the chance to... I don't want to use the word upset after that first map, but they've got a chance to upset the second one and get a 2-0 here. A very good one.
Anything can happen. think Spada might be asking for a restart of the round or something along the lines, but should all be fine. Admin is on the case anyway, so.
Yeah.
Admins we trust.
And admins we do trust indeed.
Oh, wait. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. This Fiku. Huh.
Huh.
Hasn't really been too active in terms of, well, anything really. I don't know how many flash assists he has, but he's 1 assist, 4 kills. He's really only really been dying so far, so not really having the opportunity to shine as much as he might have wanted to.
Well, he's got impact in terms of giving the CT side a few rounds, perhaps, if you want to put it that way.
Oof, that's rough.
That is very rough, but I'm just feeling out the room here.
That's alright. I mean, he might not like it, but you know, it's the truth.
I think they're just fine overall on the T side. Like 7 rounds, it doesn't matter if one guy's underperforming that CT side. Basically goes the same way as that T side. They don't have any demos that the C or Espada can like really counter shroud them on, but that also goes and works against them on the CT side. Like they don't have much on the map. I'm guessing it's like the case. They've got their basics down and probably all of that. And how to play the CT side, all the positions, like pop flashes. I'm probably sure. I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a lot of that kind of stuff. Yeah, just a lot of mid-rank aggression on the CT side. However, I could be wrong either way. Into this one
Could
now.
be anything. Never really know until it happens. And Furlan, well, he's just holding down W. He didn't really care about there was a Molotov in his way. Did take a little bit of burn damage, and Fiku, professional kill reward bonus, will continue being like that. Nothing really will change on that. Dima, also a good peek on over, and Espada, they're taking control, a lot of it as well.
Yeah, the CT side now have started things off extremely aggressively and finding those 3 frags to get themselves into a very good position. But Furlan, he's just held W the entire round apparently. And finding himself in heaven. Might be able to catch up 1 or 2, but it seems like there's already Finnegan on the bomb side ready for him. The off missing a shot. There's 1 for the T side, but immediately trading. Finnegan is ready. The trade has been found. A 1-on-4 with BGL on the case as Espada.
Oh my lord.
That was round number 8 here, but got a 3-man setup in short, and that is a death trap you do not want to walk into. No matter who you might be in. Now, oh, he's even getting spammed through the smoke. BGL. It's Jansen's number in the Molotov. Oh, burning him down to 2 HP, and here's Finnegan waiting and nailing the shot, apparently. Just like that, it will be 8-7 Espada in the lead at half time. And overall, a pretty good start to this map for that AGO side. Was not expecting this, but now I'm really looking forward to that second half.
Well, let's see what they can bring. Espada. T side. And, well, a little bit of utility. More than we've had in the previous pistol rounds. No tank build just yet. And actually, DGL, look at that. He has a CZ out. No kits, no flashbangs. Only raw firepower. He's going towards connector. Oh boy. This could be huge.
Oh, this is actually big. The CZ, especially in this.
Whoa!
Oh, 2 frags, Dima and Dexter. Immediately taking down 2 of those CT players here. Lehman gonna be the next one to go in, but even him getting taken down here, and that's a round for the T side. Basically just like that, unless these 2 players here, Fiku and Furlan, they've got themselves a few chances, but cannot afford to miss a single shot here. Need some heroics out of these 2 players. Some absolute insane stuff needs to be going in, and Assaultfake already giving him that CT side. Another bullet to the head, and another casualty for their side with Furlan. Looks like he just wants to save his armor at this point. I mean, I don't really fault him for this either.
Yeah, I mean, if you can deny potential, like, kill bonuses, I guess. I mean, it's not exactly the most effective tool in all this, but it's definitely something. but he won't be able to really stand much of a chance in terms of taking down all the the Espada players, and they will secure themselves the 9th at the top of the pistol round with the bomb plant flawlessly, which is a quite a daunting sight. They still had utility left over, by the way. They hardly even used their utility.
That's true. Like, they just went for the aim duels and it worked out. That was their plan A. Utility was plan B. Or
yeah, it's had a firing squad over towards like the connector, and
yeah,
3 players from AGO just walked on in. So yeah, I mean, when you're gifted opportunities like that, you might as well take it.
true. But now look at this. The scouts on the CT side. This is going to be something I love to see. In case you have or don't know, I love to see the scouts, but not this way.
Oh boy.
Getting taken down. Lehman is still on short alive and doing a bit more damage as he finds a frag, but just limited to a single T-sided player as he gets traded there. Groovy and DGL. Things are not looking too great for them here. That's the T-side looming around that B-bomb side now. Starting to walk in. It's going to have to be on Groovy to find the first shot here and now. Immediately having been spotted, got to make his life about 10 times harder, and now removing his life completely from the round of DGL. Just trying to save his 8 or that scout.
Probably wishes it was an AK or an AWP. But you'll have to make do. You're going for an eco next round anyway. The amount of impact you can do with a weapon of this stature is minimal.
Yeah, CT side. I think it's not looking too great for them right now. I mean, it's still very early on in the second half. Espada, at least they get themselves double digits, and with that, they get one step closer to forcing us on to Inferno, which will be our decider if we get there. At least if Espada get their way, we will be going on that map. I mean, I've been saying this for basically all of these, but on that map, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a coin flip again. Both teams have been playing it quite a bit. Espada, maybe a bit more, but we'll see how that really affects things, if it does at all, with this round now. Again, starting up.
Well, XCOM, AGO. Just pistols and a scout. Definitely the, or I hope they have a dream as well. Might be a little bit of a difficult situation going up against these AKs, though, especially when you're going on the wrong side of the map. Espada strolling their way over towards on B. While AGO over towards the playground. Might as well stick by the swings at this point. They're still pushing through. Slowly but surely. Dexter has control over connector. If they drop on top of him, that could be quite crucial, but that won't just happen. At least not yet. And AGO, they're clearing the way very clear, slowly. Oh boy. Meeting if firing is one of a different variety. So now they've been able to get themselves an AK. Brian's going back and forth at this point, so it's really a question of how long these players will survive. And DGL, he's going to be trying his best with this scout, potentially for a little bit of extra economic damage. It's a good first shot, but not enough to connect him to Dima as well. And a full eco, actually doing a fair amount of damage. So far, everything is going in the way of Espada. They've had 3 very successful rounds on this T side. Not looking to slow down just yet, but they have had the same luxury that AGO had a while back, which is that they were up against pistols. They were up against things that are not really as lethal as their current equipment. Now they have the rifles. Now they have the AWP in possession as well. But Espada, they're not really slowing down at all. They're going to be continuing on with this pressure, and the AWP has now been dropped for AGO. So they'll just be trying to hold on with whatever they can, but there's not exactly too much to work with.
Now, T-side looking for a bit of map control here. Coming in from a connector. Furlan's going to be the man to try and hold on to this. The flashbang over, but the T-side is going to be going in. There's that second flashbang out. The peak on the AWP. Furlan finds the first man. Passy immediately trades. That bit of map control will be sought after the second frag as well. Passy, look at that. He's going to find 1 and 2 and now just hold W towards that A bomb side without the bomb falling him from long in the CT side. Walking into Monster and into the scope of Dexter. Now finding 1. Trade is there, but so is Dima. I spotted this T side already. Shaping up to be quite something.
So far it's spotless. 4 rounds in a row. Economy for AGO, not exactly looking too fantastic. I mean, Espada, some of their players don't exactly have too much bank either, but enough to make things work. Sophic going for just the MP9 at this point, just to, you know, added a little bit of extra potential for turn some side cash. Some extra lunch money will definitely not go down badly. That was not exactly taken for granted just yet. He needs to work for it first of all. Levin, he'll find the first.
Yeah, starting things off immediately with that one. Oh, look at this T side and well, apparently Furlan finding another one, but there's already a man towards that A bomb side. It's going to be Saltfic waiting here. There's the Mac 10 offering up the first man. The information given there was a second one there. Furlan was the man to find the frag. Battle T side now start to enter. The flashbang is there and perfectly blinding Furlan, but now going to be chased down by the Mac 10. And Saltfic finds the man. Gives over that A bomb side. Now it's going to be Kelsey to hold connector. This one coming in, but still. Few more all the way from behind, all the way in playground, now into Fountain, walking into mid. Halsey, is he ready? There's that swing. He takes the first one, and he is ready. He's awake. And Afika with that. He's going to be prompted to go for that save. 22 HP on him. Has been spotted by Patsy. He's going for the frag and looking for the head. Will be able to get it. And even Saltfic collecting the AK in the end.
This is really, really strong from Espada. Seeming really, really motivated to go get this towards Inferno. And I don't quite remember how AGO have performed on Inferno lately, but if Espada are playing like they are right now, and that is a almost a surefire way to get yourself in towards round 2 up against Nexus Gaming. Let's not talk about AGO like they're out of the game just yet, however. They still have life in them. Now the guns are also in their possession. With everything falling into place, you find that Espada has taken a lot of map control. Probably more than AGO. A little bit of a dangerous situation because you might be able to give away a little bit too much in terms of everything.
Yeah, looking for this is T side now. Start to make their approach towards the A bomb side. Dima, I think he might have been caught here, and never mind, it doesn't matter. Fiku's the one to go down instead. Alima is still here on short, and well, looking for that trade. Has found him back under an even scenario. Dexter, I think he did spot that jump, and he's going to be passing coming from connector, opening the door and repositioning his aim, but not able to get the frag. Alima, minimum damage taken away from that, and now it's going to be Dexter walking from Monster next to T-side. All three coming in from that same angle. Finds the first frag. Looking for the next one. Unexpected position, but there's still the frags coming in for that T-side as they trade. Well, look at the HP on these plays. If there was ever a nade to be thrown, it would be now again. Well, the frag still coming in for DGL, the 1-on-2. This thing again needs to find the frags. 20 seconds. Was looking like he kind of wanted to go for that rotation, but unable to go for it. And Furlan with a headshot immediately as he pops up onto his screen. And AG over the stuff to the side of Espada's T side.
Well, that's a first round now for AGO. Espada have had a 5-round streak. They have slowed down, not really going for the same type of aggressive plays. That might change now, seeing as they don't seem to be working anymore. I'll have to wait and see, maybe. Just maybe. Things work out in their favor, but they still have to be fighting for it. A lot of short control this time around for the side of Espada. Trying just to separate. Or trying to make HEO really guess where the assault is going to be coming in from.
Spada now with the utility towards that B bomb site, and very quickly the change of pace as they have been caught off guard in that last round. And now headed into this one, he's got to be defending. He finds the first one with his team at a lead, and take it down once again. He's got that B bomb site. He's got it all by himself. 4 frag, and the ace completed. A solo man holding the B bomb site. As AGO, they get 2 in a row. What a hold.
Last 2 rounds basically on Lemon's shoulders, it seems. Able to just absolutely shut down that push. Spada, they tried something fast-paced, like I said, but that time around, they just got absolutely shut down. Had no place and no right to be there whatsoever. AGO, to get this one there, they'll be 3 rounds away from tying things back on up, and considering the economy or the current money for Spada, it does seem kind of in their favor if they just keep their distance.
Yeah, this T side. Well, see, as they've got those pistols and so far seem to be headed towards mid, and the CTs, like normal, have a 2-man setup towards the A bomb site. Currently not neither one watching, it's just leaning towards one step, but here's the ult from Furlan. Early was watching the Tech Knights now have been found out, and the surprise is coming in with a minute left on the clock. They've got no worries about the time for on defending with the AWP. Looking to find that first one. We've got a 2-up setup here towards that A bomb side. Looking for the nose, got Cats connected, but ulti frag coming in. Here's Groovy with 2 and DGL with 1 of his own, and now looking to shut down this A bomb side with Fink again and Dexter, both finding frags of their own, and a 2-on-2 coming in with the turns tabled here for that CT side, and them on the retake against 2 AWPs holding to a bomb plan here. And this could be anyone's game here as they start to move in. Minimum utility on that CT side. Lehman going to be the first man to go in with flashbang from his teammate right in front of his face. And now going for that swing up on the bomb side, and Finnegan nails it. The headshot immediately coming in, and Fiku cannot afford to miss a single shot here as he starts to make his approach. Only has that kid. That's the only saving grace he has here. With the Tech 9 close range spam comes in. But Fiku has him. Now is he ready for that next one? Clearing out Shrek, now going to have to defuse that bomb. He has to stick it, and well, here comes Dexter running towards that bomb and finding that frag. Desert Eagle closing it out, despite our 4 speed. And what a round to steal away.
Pistol. Oh, they were at the bottom of their economy. That was, in all fairness, AGO's round to take back, but like I said, let's get stolen away. Not really looking in their favor anymore. Looking at what they are up against, not exactly looking to inspire too much confidence either. It's enough to hold on. It's enough to potentially take things back, but you don't have the long range advantage of the ops, and they're making up the gap from that. So the quad boost coming in as well. The fact that they've pushed up this far ahead already might be a little bit of a disaster for the side of a Spada. Potentially could be a flashbang coming in for Fiku, but no, he'll just stick around for now. Quad boost hasn't found anything just yet.
No, but Fiku is going to have at least one here. Surely able to catch up that T side as they start to walk in, and well, so I think the first man in will get taken down. Information for the CT side, and no one else here just yet. Gonna back away. Well, the T side in connector now, getting map control over there instead of Fiku. Got to be careful not to get caught out, and oh, there's going to be a train coming up. Is he ready? And now has spotted the first man at the T side. Is surely gonna come out with full force and swing and finding one. Nearly the second one there, but Finnegan a bit too strong with the AK. As the MP9 will take his fall in that duel.
Flank coming in, Lemon. Furlan actually is able to stick down towards him. Party trying to hold on towards it whatever he can. Dexter is near Fountain, just to try and make things a little bit more difficult. But I don't see a way that Furlan's able to get out of this alive. Unless he has the timing just in his favor, like he's currently having. Ooh, that smoke fades, and he will be able to get that kill nonetheless. Still able to put up some numbers, swings on back round. He will get that 3k. And he will shut down Espada for at least the time being.
Yeah, and Carly, if you look at the money on Espada, they're just all over the place. They've got 2 players who could go for a buy, 3 who definitely cannot, so I want to know what they go for here. So they could go for a hero or hero AK on one of these plays. It wouldn't surprise me with the current in this current economy. That's what you'd like to see every now and then. Well, now out to mid, and Molly is there and doing a bit of damage as the T side is sprinting around towards that A bomb site already, getting that map control.
AGO looking to hold on against the pistols from a little bit longer ranges this time around. Might not know the fact that Espada have been reset as hard as they have. And DGL, he might be the first one to find some contact. He's still looking for it. There's a good boost coming in from the boys, but up to no effect. Furlan will dish out a little bit of damage as well from long ranges and via utility. Just stick around a little bit too long as he runs out of ammo. To Dima and Finnegan.
Yeah, it's made his way somewhat close towards that A-bomb, so I'm not sure if he will be expected with Gruby. Just hiding around that truck area. Dima has a chance, has that timing, but now... Oh, that shot coming in. Immediately removes that timing and a chance as Gruby takes down the last 2 plays on that T side. And XCOM AGO now up to 11. A potential comeback here. Still, Espada only needing 2 rounds to close things out here and move us on to Inferno, which is a classic decider map. And well, who doesn't love a bit of that?
Depends if we get that far. Espada, their money is gone at this point. If they don't get a bomb plant down, and if XCOM AGO are able to save a couple of their rifles from this one, could spell disaster. DGL, a little bit of a dangerous run, but still keeping the op alive, keeping it dangerous. Actually gone towards the headshot range of the Galil, unbeknownst to him.
Yeah, this D side right now. That is again setting up towards that B bomb zone. Seems to be their bet on most of these gun rounds, but Ferron has put one of the players on along, so there's going to be a bit of action in that area of the map. And now the CT side seems to have taken the initiative here, with Gruby finding one Adema immediately on the trade. Lehman has managed to cross in safety without being spotted. And now looking at what this T side and CT side want to do here. As I like this 2-man setup they have here towards Monster. There's one for Fiku, and now just going to hide, wait for his team to get contact instead. Lehman finds one, and there's that second one coming in. Fiku again, swinging out, back and forth. They trade times, and when they do go for those peaks, a fantastic job by the 2 of them to shut down this T side of Espada, and 12 around the horizon. That's AGO. Should secure this round by all means.
Yeah, they're making a very, very good run here. And once again, Espada's money not exactly living up to their standard, but they do have the AK being saved over. It doesn't look like anyone from XCOM is, or AGO is wanting to really hunt this down, considering their own economy. They also want to hold on towards the AKs and ops. They all have kits, so that's not including the extra $400 rebuy, so say. And Espada, well, you're 2 rounds away, but you'd have to secure those 2. Considering your current financial status, it's a little bit of a mixed buy. Finnegan, he's the only one really with a chance to decide what happens in this round at the moment. Singular hero AK saved from the previous. Now, looking to make a difference, and if he is able to, that will put them towards map point. Might just be able to propel them over towards Inferno. But you have to make it work first of all, and Finnegan, he's pushing all the way through already. He's already towards some bathrooms, gets taken down, leaving, well, Espada without a rifle in their arsenal.
Yeah, the big gun the CT or T side had as well. With that, the flashbang into mid and Ferlin again going out aggressive now. Found himself another one. Patsy will be the next man to fall here at the T side. One at a time being taken down by a single man of Ferlin. Now it's his time to shine here. Last time was Leon over the ace. Now it could be Ferlin. And against the Glock here of Solfik. Well, it's definitely got the chance for it. And now just waiting for that to happen, or will his teammate steal it away? As Carly holds the correct angle, the Glock fires away, and oh no, Ferlin going in for an A. He's got it. The ace completed by the Polish side. A double ace here on the CT side in this game so far, in the second half as well.
Who got the pistol ace on the...
Oh, you're right, you're right. I'm pretty sure it was... Wasn't Lehman? Yeah, it was Lehman. He's got 2 aces in the game so far.
That's impressive stuff right there. I mean,
so 10, or he's got 21 frags, and 10 of those have been coming out from 2 rounds.
Yeah, basically. Dexter's also been putting up quite a bit of a show on the Espada side. But now, with the timeout running out, he's actually going to take down the Krieg. Not something you see often.
I mean, you
Well,
know
it
what they say
used to
about
be
the
in the
Krieg
meta.
and Opera's second best friend. At least someone says that, probably.
It's a semi-automatic scout for all I know.
Yeah.
So, or it's the fully automatic scout. I apologize.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to wait and see what he can do with it, because well, Furlan, he's still looking for blood, still looking for a little bit more good nade. Attack Dexter down a little bit more.
Yeah, offers him up to the M4 headshots now. And oh, the nades again, or the mollies into connector. We haven't seen this since AGO was on their T side, if I'm not mistaken. I spot as well, clearing out connector, being very thorough with the map control of the CT side. Look at this, clearing out short in the meantime.
A dangerous game involving all the spam, but like any Twitter feed, you just scroll past it. That was Spada. We're looking to go towards the A-bomb site this time around. Furlan once again getting into the thick of it. He was playing up real close. This time Patsy's a little bit more aware. We'll shut him down very, very quickly. Rotation's now coming in outside of AGO as well. And, well, there's only one player coming in. No one else is even prepared, actually. There's only one player here. It's all up to EGL. He wanted to get a little bit more than the first.
Looking for the next one now, as Fiku has rotated in, but here's Patsy saying hi with the AK. Fiku has found one, and the second trade coming in. But now, the damage done to that T side of the bomb has to be collected. It will buy themselves a bit of time on the CT side, but now look at this. Groovy and Lehman, all they have to do is swing at the same time, and they can at least trade here, or attempt to do so. Patsy moving in for an aggressive angle. Off with the ace at this point, looking for the frag, but Lehman has got him, and the 1-on-2, they've got the second one as well. 14 for AGO, and that is a huge round to win. They don't even get the bomb down. Look at the economy. Look at what it's done to that T side of Espada. They spent every last dollar, dime, and penny on that last buy. Don't even get the bomb down.
Well, things are looking quite desperate now for Espada. They had a 13-6 lead, I believe. Or 13-7. And now it's come to this. AGO really giving them a run for their money at this point. Not Espada, they're not going for a full buy, still a half buy. And they're not exactly opposed to the thought of going for overtime, but they are opposed to the fact of going slow. Look at them already pushing all the way through, but it's not really going in their favor.
Trade has come in, but the damage again already done here as Groovy with one and the second, just making it look easy. Being spammed by the Tech 9 doesn't really phase him at all. And 15 for AGO, and one round away from completing the 2-0 win here on Espada's map. Big look at the streak of rounds on the CT side at the very end. 6 in a row. 8 out of the last 9 going in favor of AGO. That is big. I was not expecting that.
It's getting feisty,
to say the least.
But is it going to be overtime for Espada? Or AGO going to close this one out 2-0 in most unexpected form? Currently, Dexter has something to say about it. He wants to push the envelope so far, try and get the first goal, not going to be able to. He was trying to make a play on his own, and he wasn't. There's no potential for a trade there. AGO with good flash findings, with no frags found just yet. But a man advantage is massive when you're on that CT side. And we'll team up, trying to make amends for everything that already happened, but they're so far split apart, and they're not really able to trade off each other just yet. Dima still in sewers. Furlan playing as close as ever. He's been playing aggressively the entire time so far, but now it's taken to a new level. Patsy didn't expect it, and now Spam coming through the wall, at least able to get one more.
Oh, the wall bang. You hate to see it, especially Furlan, but the T side, they need rounds. They need this round. And need the frags to complete said round here. And they head towards that A-bomb site. It has been given away by DGL, who's just gone and hide in the bank. But this molly, look at that. That is big. Gonna spread onto the bomb, planted, but Solfik able to get that with minimal damage taken to him by the Molhov. And now the CT side retake on them. Match point here for AGO. They're going to close things out with a 2-0, or we are headed into overtime instead. the mana to try and hold things here first. Lehman coming from Connector. It's the 3 players on the other side instead. And looking for the frags, looking for something here. There's that flashbang, the timing as Lehman now walks up and they think there's not going to be anything from Connector. There's that first frag, second one from Groovy, and a 1-on-4 Softpick. Has to go absolutely nuclear here to try and deny overtime or trying to deny the 2-0 here, but he can't do it. Groovy finds the frag at the bomb, and DFU 16-14 will be the 2-0 for AGO and steal the mapping of his spot, and that is something I was not expecting coming into this one.